Welcome to Bills Nation Daily, your ultimate daily dose of everything Buffalo Bills. Hit that subscribe button and join the most passionate Bills fans as we break down all the latest news, highlights, and game analysis. Go Bills! The NFL world has been buzzing with whispers for weeks, but today the rumor mill finally exploded into confirmation. The Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills have officially agreed on a blockbuster trade, sending Myles Garrett to Buffalo. Sources close to both organizations suggest that the discussions have been ongoing for months, with countless phone calls, strategy meetings, and sleepless nights spent by general managers trying to work out a deal that would satisfy both teams. For Buffalo, landing a player of Garrett's caliber represents a seismic shift in their defensive strategy, elevating their pass rush capabilities to elite status almost overnight. The Bills' front office reportedly had contingency plans in case negotiations broke down, but every alternative faded once Garrett's camp indicated interest in a move to Buffalo. For the Browns, while the departure of Garrett is a heavy blow to their defensive identity, the compensation package they secured reportedly includes a mix of first-round picks, promising young talent, and future draft considerations. Fans across social media erupted as initial leaks surfaced, with hashtags trending within minutes, showing how the NFL fanbase thrives on the drama of monumental trades. Analysts are already debating the immediate impact, projecting how this trade will reshape playoff scenarios and the balance of power in the AFC. Myles Garrett's move to Buffalo isn't just a transactional detail. It's a story loaded with narrative potential, personal stakes, and a hint of rivalry that will fuel debates all season long. People familiar with the deal describe it as a chess match that finally ended in checkmate, a sentiment that captures both the strategic brilliance and high-stakes gamble inherent in such moves. For the Bills, Garrett is more than just a defensive end. He is a game-changer capable of altering the trajectory of games with a single snap. The anticipation surrounding his first game in a Bills uniform has already created a media frenzy, with reporters scrambling to secure interviews, access, and insider details. Meanwhile, Browns fans are grappling with the emotional roller coaster of seeing a star leave, balanced by the excitement over what the incoming assets could mean for the franchise's future. Trade rumors of this magnitude are often fraught with exaggeration, but multiple sources have confirmed the framework, lending credibility to what was once dismissed as speculative chatter. Social media communities exploded with memes, analysis, and heated debates, capturing the cultural weight such trades carry beyond the field. Football forums lit up with discussions dissecting contract details, player fit, and potential impact on both teams' playoff hopes. Pundits are already predicting dramatic shifts in defensive rankings, with Garrett expected to vault Buffalo into contention for the league's most feared pass rush. The ripple effects of Garrett's trade extend far beyond the immediate rosters, affecting free agency, draft strategies, and even coaching decisions across the league. Coaches are now recalibrating schemes to counter or leverage the sudden shift in talent distribution, analyzing tape and statistics to adapt to a game-changing defensive presence in Buffalo. The Browns, meanwhile, face the challenge of retooling their defense, potentially accelerating plans to develop younger players or explore alternative acquisitions. Insiders suggest that Garrett's departure could open opportunities for rising stars within the Browns' locker room, a bittersweet silver lining to a painful farewell. Meanwhile, the Bills are planning a comprehensive media campaign to maximize Garrett's introduction, highlighting his skills, career achievements, and potential role in key matchups. Interviews with teammates, coaches, and league insiders are expected to flood sports networks, creating a narrative arc that blends athletic excellence with human drama. The trade's timing, reportedly coinciding with internal evaluations and future draft projections, adds layers of strategic depth, showing that such decisions are rarely spontaneous. Analysts emphasize that while Garrett's individual talent is undeniable, the synergy with Buffalo's defensive roster will ultimately determine the trade's long-term success. Fans are already speculating about potential matchups against divisional rivals, imagining scenarios where Garrett's presence could shift playoff odds dramatically. Behind the scenes, negotiations reportedly involved intricate financial calculations, contract restructuring, and subtle psychological maneuvers, revealing the complex web behind a headline-grabbing trade. The Browns front office had to balance fan expectations, salary cap implications, and long-term roster planning, while the Bills focused on maximizing immediate impact without compromising future flexibility. Sources indicate that Garrett's representatives played a crucial role, advocating for favorable conditions while navigating team preferences, media scrutiny, and the players' own aspirations. Each phone call and meeting added tension to an already high-stakes situation, with both sides aware that a single misstep could unravel months of planning. The announcement itself was carefully orchestrated, ensuring media coverage peaked at the optimal moment, leveraging social media, press releases, and insider scoops to create a spectacle that resonated across the NFL community. Analysts described the process as a masterclass in negotiation, blending strategy, timing, and public relations finesse. Meanwhile, fan reactions range from jubilation to heartbreak, with passionate debates erupting on every platform imaginable, reflecting how deeply sports fandom intertwines with identity and community. The trade exemplifies the modern NFL's high-stakes environment, where talent, strategy, and media presence converge in dramatic, unpredictable ways. The reverberations will continue to echo as the season progresses, keeping everyone on edge. Buffalo's coaching staff is reportedly thrilled at the prospect of integrating Garrett into their defensive schemes, seeing immediate advantages in both passing downs and run defense. Garrett's versatility allows for creative formations, blitz packages, and mismatches against opposing offensive lines, potentially altering opponent game plans before kickoff. Veteran players in the Bills' locker room have expressed excitement about the arrival of a superstar teammate, anticipating leadership, mentorship, and a contagious competitive edge. Meanwhile, Browns players are publicly supportive yet privately reflective, acknowledging Garrett's contributions and the bittersweet nature of his departure. The trade also has broader league implications, influencing the strategies of AFC rivals who must now account for a drastically improved Bills defense. Analysts speculate that this could trigger a domino effect in future trades, free agency decisions, and coaching adjustments, as teams scramble to respond to an unexpected shift in talent distribution. Betting markets, fantasy leagues, and media narratives have all been thrown into flux, illustrating the multifaceted impact of a single blockbuster trade. Even casual fans are captivated, tuning in to witness how one player can ripple across the NFL ecosystem, altering perceptions, statistics, and team trajectories. In short, this trade is more than a transaction. It's a cultural moment in professional football, a story that will be dissected, debated, and dramatized for years. Rumors surrounding the deal first emerged as cryptic hints on social media, with insiders dropping subtle clues that sparked wild speculation among fans and journalists alike. Initially dismissed as clickbait or wishful thinking, these hints gained traction as multiple sources began corroborating the story, creating a crescendo of anticipation. Analysts and former players weighed in, offering their interpretations of potential fits, motivations, and outcomes, adding layers of depth to what began as a whisper. Meanwhile, team insiders confirmed that Garrett's interest in a move was genuine, signaling a rare alignment of player desire and organizational strategy. The trade discussions reportedly included intense deliberations over contract guarantees, bonuses, and long-term financial planning, demonstrating that even blockbuster trades hinge on intricate details often invisible to the public. Fan forums exploded with debates over fairness, impact, and timing, reflecting how deeply the NFL community engages with even speculative developments. Memes, video compilations, and animated graphics proliferated online, amplifying the story's reach and cultural resonance. Each day brought new tidbits, teasing potential confirmations and escalating the tension until the official announcement dropped, validating months of speculation and fueling a frenzy of analysis, commentary, and emotional reactions. In essence, what began as a rumor evolved into a defining narrative of the season. Media coverage surrounding the trade has been relentless, with every major network scrambling to provide updates, expert opinions, and behind-the-scenes insights. Sports talk shows devoted entire segments to dissecting the move, exploring its implications for playoff races, team dynamics, and future draft strategies. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for opinionated fans, each posting heated takes, predictive models, and hypothetical scenarios, showcasing the depth of engagement generated by Garrett's move. Analysts emphasize that while Garrett's individual skill set is extraordinary, the true measure of the trade's success will emerge only after games are played, and the synergy between him and Buffalo's defensive roster is tested in live competition. The Browns, meanwhile, are under scrutiny for their roster management decisions, with observers speculating on how the incoming assets might reshape the franchise's trajectory. Coaches from other teams are reportedly adjusting game plans, reviewing film to anticipate how Garrett's presence might force changes in blocking schemes, quarterback reads, and offensive line strategies. This trade exemplifies the NFL's intricate interplay of talent, strategy, and media spectacle, highlighting how a single transaction can influence narratives across the league. Fans are captivated, analysts are engaged, and the ripple effect of Garrett's move will undoubtedly shape the upcoming season in profound, unpredictable ways. The reaction among NFL insiders has been intense, with executives, scouts, and agents analyzing the trade from every conceivable angle, debating its fairness, timing, and strategic implications. Discussions focus not only on Garrett's immediate impact, but also on how the trade signals Buffalo's intentions for the coming seasons, potentially reshaping the balance of power in the AFC. Meanwhile, Browns management is publicly committed to emphasizing the long-term benefits of the deal, highlighting the draft picks, young talent, and future flexibility they've acquired in exchange for their star defensive end. Players from both teams have been vocal in interviews, expressing excitement, support, and sometimes bittersweet acknowledgement of the change, reflecting the human dimension behind headline-making trades. Fans continue to flood social media with reactions, ranging from celebration to lamentation, demonstrating how deeply these moves resonate beyond statistics and standings. Analysts speculate that this trade could set a precedent, influencing future negotiations and inspiring other teams to pursue bold, high-risk, high-reward maneuvers. Fantasy football participants are recalibrating projections, draft strategies, and weekly lineups, while sports media outlets generate a constant stream of content analyzing the ripple effects. Overall, Garrett's trade is more than a roster change. It's a cultural moment, a strategic pivot, and a narrative magnet that will dominate discussion for months. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Garrett's presence in Buffalo introduces a new level of intensity to the team's defensive mindset, potentially transforming game plans, quarterback matchups, and overall league dynamics. Coaches are reportedly excited to integrate his skills into complex defensive schemes, anticipating creative blitz packages and matchup advantages that can disrupt even the most disciplined offenses. Analysts suggest that his arrival may force rival teams to adjust their offensive lines, alter protection schemes, and reconsider quarterback decision-making, effectively reshaping the tactical landscape of the AFC. Players in Buffalo have expressed enthusiasm, noting that Garrett's leadership and work ethic can elevate the team's performance in subtle, yet meaningful ways. Conversely, Browns players are grappling with the challenge of filling a void left by one of the league's most dominant defensive ends, prompting adjustments in rotations, responsibilities, and player development plans. Fan forums are filled with detailed breakdowns, mock scenarios, and passionate debates, illustrating how a single acquisition can create ripples far beyond the field. The media frenzy surrounding the trade emphasizes both the strategic brilliance and the human drama involved, capturing the imagination of fans who eagerly await the unfolding season. Social media platforms have become arenas for speculation, analysis, and humor, reflecting the cultural impact of blockbuster trades in shaping the NFL narrative. This is not just a transaction. It's a transformative moment for both franchises, one that will resonate for years. Inside the Browns organization, executives are reportedly balancing grief over losing a star with excitement about the new assets acquired, which include high draft picks and promising young talent. Analysts note that while Garrett's departure weakens the immediate defensive front, the compensation package positions the Browns for strategic flexibility, long-term growth, and potential future success. Coaches are already exploring new schemes, experimenting with personnel groupings, and evaluating emerging talent to maintain competitiveness. Media coverage highlights the bittersweet nature of the move, showcasing fan reactions, player statements, and expert analysis on the potential trajectory of both teams. Buffalo, in contrast, is immersed in preparations to maximize Garrett's impact, including film study, practice adjustments, and marketing campaigns designed to introduce him to fans and build anticipation for his debut. The trade's influence on rival teams is significant, prompting tactical recalibrations, matchup planning, and defensive scheming across the conference. Social media buzz emphasizes the collective fascination with the human drama behind trades, blending analytical insight with emotional storytelling. Betting markets and fantasy leagues have also adjusted projections, reflecting the tangible impact of Garrett's move. Overall, this trade underscores the multifaceted nature of high-profile NFL moves, combining strategy, talent, and narrative into a spectacle that captivates fans, analysts, and insiders alike. The negotiation process leading to Garrett's trade reportedly involved weeks of meticulous discussion, careful strategy, and high-stakes decision-making, with executives from both teams navigating a delicate balance of interests. Contract details, salary cap implications, and long-term planning were reportedly dissected to ensure alignment with both franchises' goals, while Garrett's camp advocated for conditions that would optimize his career trajectory and performance environment. Sources close to the negotiations describe a tense, high-pressure atmosphere, where each phone call, proposal, and counteroffer had the potential to make or break the deal. Meanwhile, fans speculated endlessly, piecing together leaks, insider tips, and cryptic social media posts to predict the outcome. Once confirmed, the trade immediately dominated headlines, sparking analysis, memes, and heated debates across platforms. Analysts emphasize that while Garrett's individual talent is exceptional, the strategic considerations behind the trade, including draft capital, future flexibility, and team chemistry, are equally critical in evaluating its long-term impact. Both franchises now face the challenge of integrating new elements, adjusting rosters, and maintaining competitive balance in the wake of a blockbuster move. The narrative surrounding Garrett's transition captures the blend of strategy, drama, and human interest that makes NFL trades a cultural phenomenon, illustrating how a single transaction can reverberate throughout the league, media, and fan communities. Fans have reacted with a mix of jubilation and heartbreak, highlighting the emotional stakes involved in high-profile trades. Bills supporters are celebrating the arrival of a generational talent, eagerly imagining the sacks, pressures, and game-changing plays Garrett will bring. Conversely, Browns fans are processing a mixture of pride in the organization's strategic maneuvering and sadness over losing a marquee player who contributed to the team's identity. Social media is filled with debates, memes, and analyses, capturing both statistical predictions and emotional responses, reflecting the multifaceted engagement of modern NFL fandom. Analysts emphasize that the trade's success will ultimately be measured not only by Garrett's performance, but also by how effectively both teams leverage the assets involved to achieve short-term victories and long-term growth. Media outlets have devoted extensive coverage to interviews, expert panels, and breakdowns of both Garrett's skills and the incoming talent to the Browns. Fantasy football communities are recalibrating expectations, adjusting weekly lineups, and reassessing league projections. Coaches and players across the league are analyzing game film, preparing for new tactical challenges, and anticipating how Garrett's presence might shift competitive balance. The cultural resonance of such a trade extends beyond statistics, influencing narratives, rivalries, and fandoms across the NFL. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.